Good morning, Kevin.
Good morning, Holly.
My first question for you today is about your wellness practice. You say on your website that Trinity Wellness takes care of you, body and soul. This is a really bold statement. Can you tell us exactly what you mean by that?
Well, I actually conceived my wellness practice out of my own life experience. Over the years, I've been an energy worker, healer. I've also been a manager of people. So I've done a lot of one-on-one and group coaching over the years. I've had issues around my weight from when I was a child. So I'm a typical American, like struggling with weight on a daily basis. But when I look at my spiritual life, my experience around energy work, my experience in transformational coaching, what I realized is that in order to have an optimized experience of life, you need to be working on multiple areas. It's not enough to say, well, for instance, if I was a chiropractor, if someone walks in with back pain and that chiropractor's of the mindset, well, I'm going to treat your back pain, well, he's working with you on the level of your symptom. On an energetic, spiritual level, someone like Louise Hay might say that like the experience of pain in the lower back is related to people's anxiety or stress related from their financial issues. So until you deal with the underlying issue that's creating the physical experience, achieving wellness is unlikely. Somebody, for instance, who has an issue around their weight may have emotional eating issues. So, quote unquote, being on a diet is not going to help them because it's their unconscious, unhealed stuff, which is actually leading them to the self-destructive behaviors around eating. And then you have the other issue in our society where it doesn't matter what you eat, okay, your food supply has been contaminated with industrial chemicals. The air you breathe, the water you drink is loaded with pollution. And unless you do something to clear your body of the pollution, you're still going to be carrying around excess fat, which is used by the body to store the chemicals it can't digest. All right. So what I did essentially was conceive the Trinity Wellness as a balanced, holistic approach to taking care of your spiritual life through the reconnection and reconnective healing, your physical experience through nutritional cleansing, all right, to not only optimizing your physical well-being, but in many cases helping people to lose weight, which is a major issue in our society right now, and the transformational coaching to optimize how you're being in your relationships. So by having a balance between your spiritual, your social, and your physical life, you come up with like a better experience.
That sounds wonderful.
Thank you. Is there anything else I can answer for you?
Well, I was really interested in the piece about the reconnective healing and the reconnection. Could you explain some more about that?
The reconnection is really an amazing practice. It was developed in the mid-1990s by a Los Angeles chiropractor by the name of Eric Pearl. He wrote a wonderful book called The Reconnection, Heal Others, Heal Yourself, which is available through my website, which is part autobiography and part manual for how to get in touch with these reconnective frequencies. In its simplest terms, reconnective healing is a hands-off healing practice which allows the facilitator, a person like myself who's been attuned through the reconnection to this frequency, which according to Dr. Pearl's book is new on the planet, and by my exposing you to this energy, all right, this frequency, your vibration will shift into the frequency of the reconnection, and what you can experience inside of that frequency is the healing of illness. Although I do not heal you by your shifting into this new higher frequency, you can shed physical illness. It can also have other impacts on your life that have nothing to do with physical illness.
Okay, well, that sounded like a piece about the reconnective healing, but can you explain what the difference is between reconnective healing and the reconnection? Because you are using those two terms separately.
Right. Well, reconnective healing is when you lay down on a massage table and I channel the reconnective frequency over and around your body. I will actually do an intuitive scan energetically of your body and channel that reconnective frequency. I don't diagnose. This is not a medical process. It's an intuitive spiritual process. And when you're exposed to that frequency, there's a third practitioner in the room. We have you laying on the table, me as the practitioner. The healing comes through spirit, not through me as a practitioner. The reconnection is actually a very specific application of the reconnective frequency to the energy channels and points on your body. If you're familiar with acupuncture, for instance, they talk about the energy meridians through your body, the acupuncture points where they'll apply needles. This is parallel to that. It's not exactly the same. The acupuncture meridians are really about our three physical dimensions. Most people recognize we have three physical dimensions plus time, so we live in a four-dimensional universe. High energy quantum physicists, string theorists, they talk about having multiple dimensions beyond the four that we recognize. At least 12 dimensions are speculated about in high energy physics today. The reconnection is really about that multi-dimensional energetic body. We experience it in four dimensions, but there are actually multiple dimensions. And the reconnection is literally about rewiring you to the greater universe. So we have this narrow perception of four dimensions, but the reconnection rewires your connection to the universe. And the transformations that you can experience by having that reconnective attunement, where over 2 days, they'll actually go in and activate all of those energetic channels and points on your body. It can generate amazing transformational experiences. The reconnective healing session is really about shifting your energetics so that you could release your physical maladies. Okay, no specific result can be guaranteed, but inside of that higher vibration, the low vibration associated with physical illness can be released. And many people have reported miraculous healings when they go through that shift. The reconnection itself is about fine-tuning and optimizing your energetics in a way that allow you to experience even higher level of transformation.
Okay, I'd like to go back to the reconnective healing for a moment. You're talking about working with spirit with the reconnective healing, yet wouldn't more healing come in than just the physical body?
Yes, absolutely. That's why I say that when you shift into the frequency of the reconnection, you can release the physical illness. The author of The Little Prince, famous quote from Antoine de Saint-Exupéry, is that we aren't humans having a spiritual experience. We are spirit having a human experience. All right? By putting us in closer alignment with our spiritual selves, we can actually release the imbalances that are expressed and experienced on a physical level. Okay? I am not imposing that healing on you. It's something you experience as you shift into a pure spiritual state.
Okay, great. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Holly.